This is the 100 Days of Granny Square blanket. It's been done for over a year. Let me explain. Look at me, I'm getting so fancy. I'm literally holding a lapel mic, but I have never held a mic in any of my videos, so I feel very fancy right now. I do plan on eventually getting a wireless mic, but for now, we're gonna work with what we got, and I'm excited about it. Also, I'm gonna get way too hot with it on me, so I'm gonna take it off. If you see me looking down to the side, that's because I've written notes on what I want to say. This helps me keep my brain organized and honestly helps me in the editing phase. Hello, my name is Evelyn. I'm the creator of Evelyns.Crafts. That is my name on every single platform, Evelyns.Crafts. There is no other name. If you want to just skip to the daily videos, you can go here. I started my 100 days of Granny Squares on TikTok with only 600 followers. I don't even think I had created my YouTube channel at this point, and I really didn't know anything about Instagram Reels. When I finished those 100 days, I had well over 30,000 followers. It just sort of took off, and it was really an incredible experience. I learned how to read patterns, I learned a ton of new stitches, and I found myself in such a positive online craft community. I really found who I was as a creator. And I discovered my sign-off, later hookers, which I've sort of built my brand and my online persona around. Partway through the series, I debated putting it up on other platforms, but ultimately decided it would be weird to do that since I would have already been so many days behind. Now that I have a year and a half of editing and recording under my belt, I have found a rhythm and a style that is just lacking in those early videos. So lumpy under my butt. Let's be honest, some moments are cringe. And I know some of my videos now might still be a little bit cringe, but sometimes I think they're more intentionally cringe, and back then they were not. I digress. Anyway, I didn't know how to balance my voice with the music. It was a great period of learning and just discovering the type of creator that I wanted to be. That said, I planned on keeping those videos in the past. But someone, whom I will not mention on video, has decided to steal my videos from TikTok and upload them to YouTube, pretending to be me, giving my original videos absolutely no credit, and not tagging me or mentioning me in the slightest, and he's uploading them exactly how I made them, music and all, which I don't know how it's not getting copyright flags, but whatever. The only thing he's doing is writing his own captions, which... That's what my face looks like when I read the captions, because it's just things that I wouldn't say in a caption. So because of spite and ignorance and maybe a little pettiness, I have decided to upload all 100 days into 4 different segments on YouTube as a long form so that you can binge watch them. Please be gentle in the captions. As I said, these were meant to stay in the past, but I am proud of the progress that I made over the course of these 100 days, and if you watch all 100, I hope that you can pick up on that too, that I became more confident and comfortable behind the camera, editing, and crocheting in general. Because of copyright laws, I had my dad, he's an audio engineer, try to remove the music from my voice, but like I said, because I did not know how to balance all of those things, it sort of distorted my voice at times, so I had to do voiceovers for some of the clips, which is why it might sound a bit different at times. And also why the voice and my lips might not line up perfectly. I did not want to have to spend more time on this project than I already have. All of the squares are from... Oh my gosh! Because I'm using a lapel, I can turn around and my voice quality will be the same, regardless of if I'm facing the camera. I love it when creators do that. It just sounds so nice and crisp and clear and stuff. Oh my gosh, cool. Anyway, sorry. All of the squares are from the Ultimate Granny Square Sourcebook, 100 Contemporary Motifs to Mix and Match, published by Meteor Books. I say that because Meteor Books is totally awesome. They ended up partnering with me when I did the original series. They gave out 10 free copies of their book and sent me a bunch of free books, which was so kind of them. They are based in Germany, so I'm pretty sure that this book is shipped worldwide. Answering some common questions that people asked me, the book is comprised of 2 different Granny Square sizes. One is 80 stitches around and one is 112 stitches around. So it's very easy to mix and match, as it says. I've linked where you can purchase the book in the comments. If this book doesn't tickle your fancy, then you should check out Meteor Books' website because they have a bunch of different style craft books that they've published. Let me know if you have any other questions and I will do my best to answer them in the comments. Without further ado, let's rewind time to the first 25 days. This is day 1 of 100 of making every single Granny Square in this book. Today, I'll make the spring square. The colors I chose: This is day 2 of 100 of making every single granny square in this book. Day 2, Season of Daisy Square. The colors. The stitches and techniques of this square are very simple, but I think I prefer the texture better in the day 1 square. Nevertheless, it did turn out pretty cute. It's day 3 of crocheting every single granny square in this book. Today's granny square, Over the Rainbow. I don't own any red or orange yarn, so I'm gonna make a rainbow in shades of blue. This is still a beginner pattern, but I definitely counted wrong. This stitch is definitely beginner worthy, but it's advanced for counting. Am I too far in to start over? This is the first 112 stitch square, so it turned out quite a bit bigger than the others. Take 2 turned out much flatter, but I still counted the yellows wrong. Luckily, it wasn't a big deal because the clouds covered it. This is day 4 of crocheting every single granny square in this book. Today's square is the Jolie Fleur square. My colors. This was the fastest square I've made so far, and I think it would make a cute bag, especially if you mixed and matched the colors. I'm excited about this challenge to learn more stitches and granny square making techniques. It is day 5 of 100 of making every single granny square in this book. Today, we are making the Lazy Daisy square. The colors. I might regret this choice, but this whole challenge is just a scrap yarn buster, so I'm gonna go with it. Does anybody else whisper to themselves when they are trying to count stitches? This one was very easy and looks impressive when you're done. The hardest stitch was a bobble stitch, but if you don't know how to do that, it's a quick YouTube search away. This one is my favorite so far. It is day 6 of 100 of making every single granny square in this book. Today's square is the 80 stitch classic square. I have a cold, and I'm not in the mood to weave at ends, so I'm going to use this multicolor yarn. And it looks like a banana. Hopefully it changes colors during the square. Also, I don't think this yarn color was the move. We are on day 7 of 100 of crocheting every single granny square in this book. Today's square is the Aegean square. Today I'm going with greens. This is a 6-point star, and I only have 5. So I've been off since the beginning. The error has been corrected. Still going good. Kind of matches. This is done. Now it's correct. We are back at it again. It is day 8 of 100 of crocheting every single granny square in this book. Today's square is the light and lacy square. I was thinking about doing one color, but this little blurb at the bottom says, or try multiple colors for a surprising effect. And part of me wants to know what the surprising effect is. Today's colors. What do you think? Was the multiple colors for a surprising effect surprising? Was it worth it? I kinda think so. Howdy, it is day 9 of 100 of making every single granny square in this book. Today's granny square is the diamond square. This is a 112 stitch square, so it's gonna be bigger in size. These are the colors. So far, it's exactly like a regular granny square. At the end of the last round, I was questioning its ability to turn into a square. But it all worked out so far. I don't know how I feel about this one. It kind of looks too similar to a regular granny square, but maybe it was just the colors I chose. We are on day 10 of 100. Oh my gosh, we're 10% done! Today's square is the 112 stitch classic square. So basically it's going to be exactly like day 6, except for larger. Today's colors. For a size comparison, these are made the same way, this one's just bigger. So these are the two sizes in the whole book. Either the small one, 80 stitches, or the large one, 112 stitches. Mine turned out to be about 5.5 inches and 7.5 inches.
It is day 11 of 100 of crocheting every single granny square in this book. Today's square is called the Pretty Puff Square. My colors?
Happy Valentine's Day! It is day 12 of 100 of crocheting every single granny square in this book. In the spirit of love, I'm going to be skipping ahead a few patterns in the book. Today we will crochet the heartfelt square. The colors.
It is day 13 of 100 of crocheting every single granny square in this book. In the spirit of Valentine's Day, today's square will be the Kisses Square. Colors?
So this square needs blocking because it's not quite laying flat, and that's because the two yarns are different sizes. If you can see the fiber in the black yarn is quite a bit thicker than the purple. So made the X smaller so it tugs a little bit.
It is day 14 of 100 of crocheting every single granny square in this book.
Today's granny square is the sugar plum square. My colors. I really like this one. We did some front loop and back loop only, which made this nice texture on the top. It is day 15 of 100 of crocheting every single granny square in this book. For the next few days, we are in our animal granny square era. Starting us off is in Cozy the Lion Square. My colors! If I'm being honest, I'm not that excited to make these animals. They're kind of a lot of work to assemble, and I do think they're really cute for a baby, but I'm not giving this to a baby. A lot of the squares we've made so far are only 6 rounds, 7 rounds, and this is 2 pages of instructions, 2 grids, a mane, ears, muzzle, nose, and then whole assembly directions. This is just too much work, too much effort, unless it was going for an adorable baby. I would not choose to make this for fun. I'm making this for you. I'm making this for the challenge. And I will become a better crocheter because of it. I should keep track of how long this square takes me, and we'll see if the time put in was worth it. So the foundation square worked out pretty fast, but now it's time to make all the other applique stuff. Took me about an hour and a half, but I have not weaved in any of these ends. It's cute, definitely not my favorite though.
It is day 16 of 100 of crocheting every single granny square in this book. We are continuing our animal granny square era. Today's granny square is Themba, the elephant square. Colors. I got tired of filming the regular way, so I'm doing an ASMR version. I'll probably never do it again. How are all you lovely souls doing today? Thank you so much for following me on this crochet journey. It is day 17 of 100 of crocheting every single granny square in this book. We are continuing our animal escapade today with Jebulon, the zebra square. Colors.
Friendly reminder to always count your stitches. Even if you're confident, you should still count them.
I am 2 stitches short. Instead of redoing all of the black, I'm just gonna single crochet increase on 2 of the sides, and then it should all balance out and be fine. Work smarter, not harder.
It is day 18 of 100 of crocheting every single granny square in this book. You don't even have to ask. Yes, we're still doing animals. Today's animal is Mufata, the hippo square. Today's colors. Let's talk magic rings. Magic rings were so hard when I first started to crochet. And then I learned this double technique. And basically when you pull it, it stays tight. So now I have 2 loops inside all of my single crochets. I just gently tug on the end to figure out which one is connected to. And then I pull it tight. So now there's only one giant loop. And then I pull the end. Now it stays tight the whole time. And it's extra secure. This purple is left over from a project I just did on my knitting machine. And it's too cute not to share. So the only saving grace of these animals is that the base square works up the same way on all of them, and it's really fast. Earpieces. I wish I would have had slightly lighter gray yarn. It is day 19 of 100 of crocheting every single granny square in this book. Besties, we've done it. We are on the last day of our animal granny square era. Today's animal, Fulani, the giraffe square. Colors. Feels like there's a million parts to put together for this giraffe. So many ends. Could almost turn into Winnie the Pooh at this point. We are done with animals! It is day 20 of 100 of crocheting every single granny square in this book. Today's square is the rainbow puff square. Mine will not be rainbow. I'm just going to use these two colors.
Try to not give as many ends to weave.
I don't know. I just don't like this square. I don't like it. I picked a dark color you can see as I'm carrying, and it could start over, but I just don't like this square, so I'm gonna proceed as is.
It is day 21 of crocheting every single granny square in this book. Today's granny square is called the tulip square.
Today's colors: the pattern called for a chain 3 between all the bobble stitches. I think I chained 3 really tight, so I might need to redo the whole thing and chain 4 instead. I'm just playing with it for a while. I think
it's gonna be okay.
it's definitely giving spring. I just want to say thank you to everyone who's joining me on this crazy granny square journey.
It is day 22 of crocheting every single granny square in this book. I almost don't even want to tell you about the next few squares, but for the next few days, we are going to be crocheting fruit. Starting us off strong, we have the whole apple square. Colors.
Side note from crochet, is anybody a reader? It seems like reading and crochet are popular hobbies that people do together. While I'm crocheting, I've been really getting into listening to book talkers on YouTube. I enjoy listening to people even though I don't enjoy the same genres as them, which I think is really cool. Look what book talk made me do.
It's so pretty.
Oh, also, here's an update on the apple. If you are a reader, feel free to comment the genres or books that you love, and maybe we'll have something in common. I typically like to read memoirs. I've been getting back into fiction. I think maybe for the first time in my life, I'm gonna admit that I like cozy fantasy. I'm a teacher, so I read a lot of middle school, early level chapter books.
It is day 23 of 100 of crocheting every single granny square in this book. Yesterday was the full apple granny square, and so today will be the cut apple granny square. This granny square feels like it's cheating because it's made the exact same way as yesterday's. It just has surface crochet around the edge. But this will be the first time I've ever done surface crochet. I guess technically I did yesterday for 2 stitches for the stem, but I guess it's useful because it'll be practicing a new skill. Colors. Here's how the surface crochet is going so far. Put my hook down into the next stitch and then pull up and slip stitch on there. I don't really know the correct technique or way to do this. I've never watched tutorials on it. Okay. We'll see when I'm done. Cute. Except for I have no idea how to finish this. I guess I'll just pull it through and then I don't know.
Feeling a little lazy, so I'm not gonna do a leaf today.
It's day 24 of 100 of crocheting every single granny square in this book. Today, we are still making fruit, but it's no longer apples. Today, we'll be making the lemon square. Today's colors: it's day 25 of 100 of crocheting every single granny square in this book. Yep, it's a fruit day. Today, we will be crocheting the orange square. Colors:
That's a wrap on the first 25 days. If you come across the account that's stealing my stuff, please report them. Hopefully it gets taken down soon. And because you didn't hear this in any of the days, later hookers!